King was just at the FNCS Global Championship where he placed top 22 with his teammate Phaser, so I thought it'd be a good time to take a look at his settings and his setup to see how he plays. So starting off in his video settings, he's got full screen, he's using the native res 1920 by 1080, and he's also using performance mode to get an FPS boost. As for his brightness, I believe this is either on 100% the default or on 125%. For the rest of the video settings, he's got his colorblind mode off, 3D resolution on 100%, and all of these settings here are on low or near. For his audio settings, here they are on screen. You can see that he is indeed using the visualize audio effects. For his game settings, here are most of them. These are the first set of settings, and then we've got the second set of settings where you can see he is using auto confirm edit on the edit section. If you want to know what this does, I made a whole video about it, which is on screen right now. For his HUD settings, here they are. You've got the first set of settings, and you've got the second set where his HUD scale is on 83%. Next up, we've got his mouse sensitivities. Now this one on screen has been updated slightly since I got this screenshot. I believe it's 8.5 on the X and Y now. However, his targeting and scope sense are still on 25.1%, with his mouse DPI being on 800 and his mouse hertz being on 4000, with the default Windows sensitivity and mouse acceleration turned off, I believe, as well. As for his double movement, I do believe he is using this with the following config. That's 75%, 90%, and 130%. And next from that, we've got his keybinds. His crouch is on left control, jump, space bar, sprint, left shift. We've got his harvesting tool on 1, slot 1 on 2, slot 2 on 3, slot 3 on 4, slot 4 on X, slot 5 on C, and his use key on G. Then we've got his building binds, which his wall is on Q, his floor is on F, his stairs is on V, his roof is on mouse button 4, his trap is on T, his rotate building is on R, and his building edit is on E. And moving on from that, we've got his setup. Now this is the latest picture I could find of his setup, and as you can see, he is using a custom mousepad. He's also got the same mousepad, I believe, in this photo on screen here. However, I'm not entirely sure what it is. What I do know is what that mouse is. I believe that's the Razer Viper V3 Pro. As for the keyboard, it looks to be a Wooten 60 HE Plus with custom keycaps applied to it. As for the monitor, I believe that's the BenQ Zowie XL2566K, which is a 360Hz monitor. And for his headset, I believe that's the HyperX Cloud 2's wireless. Moving on yet again, we've got his Nvidia settings. First off, make sure you're using the latest drivers, especially if you are on modern PC components, although older machines may benefit from older drives. After, just simply head into the Nvidia control panel, go into Manage 3D Settings, and you want to copy all of my settings that are set up in this video on screen in the Manage 3D section. Then finally go into Adjust desktop size and position, select your main gaming monitor, then select full screen and make sure a GPU is selected with the highest refresh rate possible. Alternatively, you can try out King's color settings. As you can see here from his own recording, he's increased his brightness from the default 50% to 75%. He's also ever so slightly increased the contrast to 52%, and he's also increased the digital vibrance to 70% to overall make his colors pop more, allowing him to see his enemies easier. And we've also got his Windows settings too. So firstly, you want to click on the start menu, go into settings, then where it says system, go into display. Then if you scroll down slightly to where it says graphics, inside here you firstly want to make sure the custom options are set to desktop app. Then you want to go ahead and click on browse. And inside this section is where we want to find our Fortnite game folder. Now I know for a fact mine is in my SSD, it's under the Fortnite folder. It's also under Fortnite game, binaries, Win64, and then boom, in here should be your Fortnite client, Win64 shipping. That's what we're looking for right now. A lot of people think it's a Fortnite launcher, but it's not. You actually want the Win64 shipping one. And once that's selected, just go ahead and click on this add button at the bottom right. And you'll see just like that, if we scroll down, it's now been added. And you can also do this to any favorite game that you play that you want an FPS boost for. But we're not done yet. If you then go onto options, this is a real important part. In here, you want to change the graphics preference from the default, let Windows decide, which by the way, they could put on the power save and we don't want that. Instead, you want to put it on high performance and then go ahead and click on save. For step 2, you want to press the following commands on the desktop. That's Control, Alt and Delete. And inside the task manager, if you click on performance tab, and if you go down to the bottom under where it says uptime, you will see there's a counter right there, and mine does at the minute say 3 hours 11 minutes and 53 seconds, which is accurate, and that is how long my PC has been up for. But yours may be a lot different and the number may be significantly higher. And I'm not talking about the hours, I'm talking about the days. I've heard people have had their uptime like 10 days, 20 days, even over a month, which is just mind-blowing, but that's what Windows does by default, and it's because of a fast start feature, which basically puts your PC into this like safe hibernation mode. But having uptime for that long can have a huge impact on your performance. What you want is what I've got right here, so every time you turn off your PC, your uptime gets reset. So let me show you how to do that right now. So you want to open up the start menu, and inside here you want to type in Control Panel and select it. You then want to select the first one, System and Security, then click on the Power Options, and from there you want to find this little shield logo with an underlined text saying change settings that are currently unavailable, and from there we have access to the fast start setting, which Windows do recommend. And like I mentioned before, it does help your PC start up faster after shutdown, but it does it in a really weird way where it puts your PC in hibernation and it doesn't fully shut it down. So if we go ahead and turn off this setting, which is 100% safe and fine, and it's something I actually highly recommend doing, especially if you've got an SSD, if we then go on to save changes, now if we shut down our PC and turn it back on again, the uptime will be fully reset. All of these will be on 000, and it'll be like literally a few seconds since your PC has booted up, which as you can imagine can significantly improve your FPS. And to finish this off, I'll chuck in his network settings too. Straight away you want to update your network drivers to make sure these are the latest ones available. Then want to go into your network settings and basically set them up like I've got on screen. These are essentially the best network settings you can use. Just make sure to copy one for one what I'm using on screen right now. After that, you can use the lowest ping DNS server, which Epic Games themselves recommend. Just go into your network settings as shown on screen, then in the DNS section where you put the address, you can put in a custom one, and to find out which one is the best one for you, you can use DNS benchmark, or you can type in this command on screen inside the CMD. That's all for K1ng's settings. If you want more videos like this, please drop a like and subscribe for more, and before you go, feel free to check out any of my other videos on screen right now.